Welcome to the presentation on changes to plant biosecurity certification and accreditation services. New biosecurity laws will take effect in Queensland on the 1st of July 2016, when the Biosecurity Act 2014 commences. A number of changes are being made to the plant biosecurity certification and accreditation systems. The purpose of this presentation is to provide you with information about what is changing. Generally speaking, changes to how plant biosecurity certification and accreditation systems are managed and delivered will be minimal. So, what is changing? Prior to 1 July 2016, only Interstate Certification Assurance, or ICA, accreditation arrangements included an operational procedure. However, from 1 July 2016, operational procedures will be introduced for all types of accreditation arrangements. Operational procedures describe the accreditation system and the conditions of accreditation that the accredited certifier must meet. Operational procedures will include the accreditation system, auditing, and certification requirements, plus any requirements that pertain to the specific accreditation arrangement. When you apply for or renew an accreditation, we'll provide you with the relevant operational procedure to follow. The term accredited certifier is a new term that is being introduced. An accredited certifier is simply a person who can issue biosecurity certificates. The accredited certifier must issue certificates in accordance with the conditions of their accreditation. An accredited certifier's conditions of an accreditation are described on the relevant accreditation system application form and in the operational procedures. Accreditation system conditions will vary with each type of operational procedure. The new Act also introduces the term biosecurity certificate. For the purposes of plant biosecurity certification and accreditation services and accredited certifiers, a biosecurity certificate will be a plant health assurance certificate used to confirm that stated requirements of an accreditation system have been met. Any legal entity can become an accredited certifier. This means individuals, partnerships, companies, cooperative associations, and other legal entities can all become accredited certifiers. If your business already holds an accreditation prior to 1 July 2016, there will be no change to your accreditation until you renew or amend it. On 1 July 2016, an accredited business will become an accredited certifier. From 1 July 2016, if you want to become an accredited certifier for the first time or are renewing a current accreditation, you will need to submit an application form. You can obtain an application form at www.biosecurity.qld.gov.au from 1 July 2016. We're also working on an online application process, where you will be able to complete your application on our website. Before you apply, you should consider the type of accreditation you require. There are 3 types of application forms, and which one you will need depends on the type of accreditation you require. An ICA application form is required when seeking accreditation for an ICA arrangement. For example, inspection of fruit, vegetables in post-harvest, plants, cut flowers and foliage for melon thrips. A non-ICA accreditation system application form is required when seeking accreditation for a non-ICA arrangement, for example, area freedom for red imported fire ants. If you are in the nursery industry, a biosecure HACCP application form is required when seeking accreditation for a biosecure arrangement. You will need to complete a separate application form for each accreditation arrangement operated by an accredited certifier at each location. If you aren't sure which application form you need, contact our Customer Service Centre on 13 25 23. They will put you in touch with your local plant biosecurity officer. You can also find their details by visiting www.biosecurity.qld.gov.au and searching for Plant Biosecurity Contacts. There are no specific training requirements for accredited certifiers. However, as an accredited certifier, you must be able to demonstrate that you have the skills and knowledge to implement the conditions of the accreditation as outlined in the relevant operational procedure. In some circumstances, accredited certifiers, or a person authorised by the accredited certifier, may need to demonstrate competency in a specific field, for example chemical use or pest identification and collection. Any requirements will be included in the relevant operational procedure. As an accredited certifier, you may be audited to determine whether your actions are compliant with the conditions of accreditation as described in the relevant operational procedure. All ICA accreditation arrangements will be subject to audit in accordance with and at intervals set out in the requirements detailed in the relevant operational procedure. Auditing requirements for non-ICA accreditation systems are also detailed in the relevant operational procedure. Audits of accredited certifiers can only be conducted by persons who are appointed as approved auditors under the new Act. On 1 July 2016, Department of Agriculture and Fisheries staff previously registered as ICA auditors will be appointed as approved auditors. When you apply to become an accredited certifier for an ICA arrangement or renew your ICA accreditation, you need to pay the application fee. Fees are also charged for audits on accredited certifiers operating ICA accreditations. You can view the plant health certification fees at www.biosecurity.qld.gov.au. From 1 July 2016, you will be able to pay your application or renewal fee when submitting the application form, either via post or in person at a Department of Agriculture and Fisheries office. Once the online application form is available, you will be able to pay your application fee by credit card when you apply at www.biosecurity.qld.gov.au. Any auditing fees will be invoiced after the audit. Plant health assurance certificates will not form a valid biosecurity certificate from 1 July 2016. Therefore, if you currently have plant health assurance certificates, they cannot be used from 1 July 2016. Plant health assurance certificates issued on or before 30 June 2016 and in circulation after 1 July 2016 will be considered valid because they were issued prior to the new Act being implemented. To allow a smooth transition for current accredited businesses from 1 July 2016, each business will be provided with one new certificate book, free of charge, before 30 June 2016. If you are an accredited business before 1 July 2016 and you have not yet received your free certificate book, you can contact your local Certification Assurance District Coordinator. To get in touch with your local Plant Biosecurity Officer, contact the Customer Service Centre on 132523 or visit www.biosecurity.qld.gov.au and search for Plant Biosecurity Contacts to find their details. If you have any questions about this presentation or need more information, please visit www.biosecurity.qld.gov.au or call the Customer Service Centre on 13 25 23.